or I want to guess.
Oh my god.
Be. Hmm.
That's hilarious. I do that today. God, I don't think I can watch this. I'm so hideous. The globe is real. I've been trying to make this video for maybe 2 hours. And 2 hours physically sitting here making it. But since like 7 o'clock, it's 1:36 a.m. Since 7 o'clock, I've been just thinking of how do I make this video. I've even got to the point where I started writing stuff down. I don't know how to make this video. Oh wow, this is interesting. But you know, the idea of this video, I've been thinking of making this. The idea of this video since August, September or so, and the original idea was to. The idea of this video or series, as it originally is intended to be, was a docu-series of myself. Very amateur docu-series. I am an amateur, not a pro streamer, expert streamer. I'm very much amateur, but I'm the best amateur to ever done do it. But I have had no success on Twitch. My introduction to Twitch years ago was because I couldn't stream on YouTube. Many years ago, possibly 7, maybe even 8, I'm not too certain. But I tried to stream on YouTube because I was inspired by a YouTuber I watched a lot who no longer does content, hasn't done content probably in the 7 or 8 years since this day, or that day of me being interested in streaming on YouTube. And he was a wrestling content creator, and he was probably my introduction to streaming, and it was on YouTube. And I watched him, and I enjoyed watching him. I was a big person. I was a big piece of his community. I think when he streamed, I want to say he probably had like 10 or 15 viewers. And then he would make YouTube videos on the side. It was mainly all wrestling content. I think he did Dragon Ball Z from time to time. His name was actually Ms. Fan. And then a bunch of numbers. If I'm able to find him, I'll put his channel in the description. Give him a little shout out, even though he doesn't do it at all. But I wanted to stream on YouTube, and I wasn't allowed to, so he directed me to Twitch. And I tried to set it up, and I don't know if I ever went live or not. If I did, I didn't stream long because there was probably lots of technical difficulties. But I remember him being like, hey man, the next time you're able to stream, I'll be there. And I don't think I streamed for, I don't know how long. I think it was a decent amount of time had passed from the next time I streamed. But I didn't even stay on Twitch. I think that was my introduction to Twitch. I don't even know if it's the same account that I stream on today. If it is, that's pretty awesome. If it isn't, I wonder what kind of name I used. But time passed, and before I really discovered Twitch and started watching Twitch, I noticed my brother watching Twitch. And he was mainly, to my memory, he was watching a lot of COD Ghosts. And he was watching a lot of Optic playing Minecraft. And that's where the famous Tom Syndicate Hunting Optic series occurred, which is, you know, which is just lore at this point. But you know, I remember peeking at my brother watching that, and then me kind of watching it here and there, and then I noticed the creatures who I watched a lot during those days. They all of a sudden were saying that they were streaming Left 4 Dead 2, and it was the creatures playing Left 4 Dead 2 on Versus, and they invited the chat to join and face them and try to beat them, and it was a hell of a stream. I had an awesome time. That's probably where I fell in love with the idea of streaming, and it, you know, I don't know how long after that. I don't know the timeline of all this, but I just know at one point, it was, I believe, if I remember correctly, it was a Thursday. I was kind of having a bad day at high school. Friday we were going to be off. I think Friday was Valentine's Day. And I remember making a list. The goal on the list was eight steps on the list. I think I only wrote 7, but I only remember and I only did one of the steps, and that was to stream that weekend. And I did. I set it all up. My whole family left to go camping that weekend. I decided not to go. I didn't want to go. And they went camping, and I remember my mom bought me Del Taco late at night, and then she left to go join the rest of my family camping. And I remember I had my HP laptop that was so broken that if the charger wasn't in for 2 seconds, it would die. You had to bend the charger a certain way for it to charge. I was using my brother's hand-me-down game capture, which was a Dazzle, which, you know, famous, I don't know how to put it, but, you know, YouTubers of the past all used it. Streamers of today used them at their origin story. You know, just to name a few, probably Gold Glove, Dr. Disrespect, Hutch, T. Martin, you name it. Optic Hex, Nade Shot, probably. You know, a who's who of people who use this piece of shit game capture. You know, even Fwiz, who is the, I don't know what's his name title, director or creative lead or whatever his name is, but he's the lead and he's in charge of YouTube gaming. And like, I'm pretty sure he even used the Dazzle back in his day, which is just kind of awesome to think about. My microphone was a Guitar Hero World Tour microphone, top of the line, and I set it up. I hit stream. I think I streamed for possibly, I don't know, a half hour, and then the stream crashed, and then I booted it up again, and then I was off to the races. I think it was like 8:50 at night, and I streamed all the way until like 6:30 a.m. And I remember I had 10. It wasn't right away, but maybe sometime into the stream. I don't know if it was an hour or two, but it was pretty early on that all of a sudden I had 10 to 12 viewers for, I don't know, what is that, almost 10 hours? And it was absolutely amazing. That's where I simply fell in love with the idea of streaming. Truly, like, I always thought the idea was fascinating and cool, but that's where I truly fell in love and wanted to pursue it. Before I did do YouTube with no consistency. You know, I remember when I was making YouTube videos before I streamed, my idea was that I wanted it all to be just raw gameplay. Me talking, of course, over it, even though it's terrible. Even to this day, I can't... A video like this, even with a webcam now, I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to do it. But, not to get sidetracked, I did YouTube. I wanted it to be raw gameplay, not edits, no jump cuts. I wanted it to be authentic and raw. And streaming pretty much gave me that on a silver platter, which made me love it even more. And I just pretty much at that time abandoned the idea of editing YouTube videos, because I wouldn't even put in that much effort. I would just kind of plop it in. I would just hit record, plop it into like some bootleg editing software that I had in 2012, and I would just, you know, I would just record it, put it in the editing software, kind of watch it, but not really, because I was so insecure about myself. And then I would just render it, which would take like 2.5 hours for a 15-20 minute video. It was terrible, but I enjoyed doing it. But then when I discovered streaming, I fell in love with that and thought this was extremely and immensely easier, more entertaining, more, you know, I loved it more, I enjoyed it more. This is where I die. But, you know, I don't know if I even said it, but my stream was on Valentine's Day. Very first stream. Valentine's Day 2014. I been streaming off and on with hiccups of consistency. Holy shit. Well, GG. Fuck. Fuck you. Why are they all going that way, man? That's not good. Yikes. But, you know, after so many years of doing Twitch, stream on Twitch, I've had no success. My very first stream, I streamed for nearly 10 hours. Had 10 to 12 viewers nearly the whole time. Definitely for at least 8 hours I had that. And still to this day, that's probably the most successful stream I've had. I've had a handful of other streams where I've had viewers. I even had a time where I had a small community where every time I went live, I had about 4 viewers. And I can name them all. There was, you know, I don't know. There was Malik, who was in all of my content. He was always there to watch me when he was able to. There was Diamonds, who then had a guy named Tron Elgato, maybe, I think it was his name. Had him come in. He watched. He was actually the first person, maybe the only person to this day to ever donate to me. I think he donated maybe like $30 or $50, and I bought, you know, and that was years in. That was about 2016, because I think I bought Doom 2016 with his donation. So I believe, you know, that's 2 years after my first stream. I get my first donation of either 30 or 50 bucks. I think it might have been 50, because Doom's 2016 was brand new. And, you know, and then there was Raptor, which I always saw him as my troll viewer. And even to this day, I don't know. From time to time, I see Tron tweet. I don't see anything from Diamonds at all. I think I do have her on Twitter, but I haven't seen her. Raptor, I have him on Snapchat, and he's very active on Snapchat, but I don't talk to him at all. I don't even know if he remembers me. I think he somewhat does. Hopefully, I guess. I don't know. But that was literally my success. I remember at a time I was streaming BO3 like every single day for a minimum 4 or 5 hours. Sometimes I'd stream 9 hours, and my brother would, I'd be streaming in my brother's room, and he'd come in and be like, "You gotta go. I'm going to bed. Get out of my room. Stop streaming. No one's watching." And, that's just been Twitch for me. Twitch just doesn't have discoverability that I see with YouTube. And I'm actually somewhat consistent. As of late, the past few weeks, I haven't been consistent on YouTube, but I've been the most consistent on YouTube I've ever been in my whole life. Even when at a point I was just ripping my streams from Twitch and just plopped them on YouTube. I think my personal YouTube, which I used to try to make my YouTube channel, I think it has something crazy like 500, 600 views. Videos, because I just ripped my stream, and I would say render, do every 15 minutes that's a video, and I just did it like that. Probably not smart. I thought it would be smart. Had no success. All those videos have 0 views. But I've tried on and off for 7 years trying to do Twitch, and YouTube only recently was success on my not success, but somewhat consistency on my 3rd YouTube channel that I've attempted. And I want to put forth some true effort. And in some ways, I just feel like Twitch is a lost cause, but I'm a Twitch affiliate. I have a sub button. I remember getting my sub button during the lockdowns of COVID. And I remember being so damn happy. I was at work, and I tried to donate to a streamer because it was his birthday. I wanted to send him just $30, and I couldn't. And I think I tried to gift. I tried to gift $30 worth of subs, and I just couldn't. It wouldn't let me on mobile. I even reset my password and everything, and then I reset my password, and all of a sudden, poof! I got a notification saying, "Congratulations, you're an affiliate." And I didn't cry, but I teared up decently that night, and I was so happy that day. And it got me excited, and then I streamed every single day that I could, except for when I worked, because I still worked even though during lockdown. But I put in as much effort as I could. I think that's what encouraged me to start doing YouTube. I then, as of late, while doing streaming and YouTube, I've made clips, put them on. I made a TikTok, put those clips on TikTok, put those clips on Instagram. Here and there, even posted on Twitter. And still to this day, no true success. No true, haven't really seen, any kind of progression. And it hurts, it sucks, but it's something I want, even though I don't know how to do it on Twitch. Twitch's discoverability is lackluster. The only discoverability on Twitch is simply clips, and I don't even know how to search just random clips on Twitch. I think there's probably a tab on the computer, On mobile, I couldn't even tell you if there's a freaking button for it. I have no idea. But on YouTube, there's shorts, and I've seen a lot of success, minor success with shorts. I've gotten subscribers solely because of shorts on YouTube. Even though they're very complicated, and I don't even know how they even work. You know, algorithm-wise. But what I'm getting at is, you know, I almost want to just make the complete jump to YouTube, make videos on YouTube, stream on YouTube. But there's so much of Twitch that I love. You know, it kept me on the ground. To not go in too much detail, I was extremely depressed starting in 2013. And in 2014, when I embraced Twitch, it really kept me on the ground during my depression. The streamer that I tried to donate to during COVID lockdowns of 2020, he is one of the people I discovered at that time, and he helped me too. He helped me more than he can even think of, that he's known. I don't even know if I've ever even mentioned any of that to him. But, you know, and he even streams to this day. Not with a ton of success. He had a ton of success at a certain point. Not a lot of it's gone now, but, you know, he still, and it baffles me that he, you know, in my mind, he should have hundreds of viewers, and today he streams and he'll probably have 15 at best, which at a time I think he did have 100 or 2 at a certain time, but for some reason slowly went away. But the issue I have though is I love Twitch. I'm so familiar with Twitch. I know Twitch. Like I said, I'm a Twitch affiliate. I have a sub button. I feel like I'm like halfway there, even though I'm in the gutter with Twitch, I guess. I have a lot of issues with YouTube. There's a lot of things I don't really like. I don't think that are great. I love Twitch's channel points, even though there's a lot of things that I would make better, that extensions on Twitch do channel points better, which I feel like they have the ability to make them even better, to, you know, like mini games or just extra ways to earn them or whatever, like Mixer. I even, at a time during Black Ops 4, I not only streamed on Twitch, but I streamed on Mixer at the same time. And I got more viewers on Mixer than I did on Twitch. Mixer had this thing of, I don't remember the name, but it was simply a battle royale channels. They had it for Fortnite, PUBG, and Blackout, where simply if you're in the top 10 in the battle royale, this channel will then just host you. And this channel had, you know, they were all different, all pretty much different. It was always a different game, but they all had views. And I would get into the top 10, and I would get viewers, and they would follow me. It was never anyone really stayed. But shortly after, I fell out of streaming. I just stopped streaming. And then Mixer died, and I got back into streaming. And it kind of made me sad that Mixer died, because I actually had more success on Mixer than I had on Twitch in the last 7 years. What with the, I don't know, few months that I was on Mixer, which is honestly, I feel like, is so embarrassing to Twitch. But the point of this video is, you know, one last roundabout with Twitch. I'm gonna put some effort into YouTube, put some effort into Twitch. I think I'll even stream here and there on YouTube. The quality is immensely better and more coherent on YouTube. Even though the few times I did stream on YouTube were lackluster, but I was streaming to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And YouTube took a big fault to it because of delays, but I didn't even know my settings properly at that time, I guess. I think that was mainly the big issue. But my goal here is to dedicate time to Twitch. Even, you know, this is going to become somewhat of a series. Hopefully a more coherent and straightforward series, because I feel like I'm just rambling the whole time. But the goal is to stream on Twitch. Even watch some videos on YouTube of people's, you know, tips on Twitch, guides for Twitch. Watch it all, do it all, attempt it all. Put my first foot forward as best as I can, I guess. Oh god. And oh, I died. How depressing. But to put my first foot forward, to see what I can do, I'm going to stream on Twitch as much as I can while streaming on YouTube here and there. YouTube has a lot of lacking qualities in my eyes, even though its quality and its stream, it's, you know, the fact that the video stays and it can be watched again and it'll stay forever is something beautiful. It's something I pretty much did when I would just transfer my streams onto my YouTube channel, you know, years ago. I'm doing one more round with Twitch. I'm betting the house. I'm betting the car. I'm betting my life on it. And I don't know the timetable. I'm going to document it all. Show you my stream stats. Sub count, if that's even a thing, which right now is at 0. While as documenting my YouTube subscribers, you know, I'm going to react to, this is simply like episode 0. I'm going to react to videos of guides, put them forth, put them on the table, see if they work. I don't know how long this will go, but I'm going to try and document it all, talk about it all, try to be more coherent. Struggle with that. But here and there, I'm going to stream on YouTube, just here and there, testing them both out. Exclusive content for both, even though all streams to some degree will become YouTube videos here on YouTube. You know, I have so many ideas, so many dreams when it comes to not just content creation on Twitch and YouTube, but even higher than that. I want to write a book. From time to time, I daydream about a movie or a TV show I'd make. Can I, you know, with even me acting in it, which would never happen. But, you know, I want to start making this a reality. And I hope that Twitch is a part of it. It'd be such a bummer if it isn't. But if that's what it takes for it to become a reality, then I'm willing to make that change. Before I started this video hours ago, I watched a few YouTube videos. I watched Act-Man's Part 1 on Halo Infinite. That doesn't really have any relation to this. But I watched a small YouTuber that I discovered. Probably the first content creator, Twitch, YouTube, anything that I've discovered that they don't really have much of an audience. He does have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'll put his link in the description. he doesn't know I'm doing this. He doesn't even know who I am, I don't think. But his content's okay. It could be better, but so can mine. In some ways, he does it better than me. In some ways, I believe I do it better than him. But I'm gonna link the video that I watched of his today, because it's it's kind of reminiscing of the old school YouTube, because it's kind of like an old school YouTube video that I kind of like. And it's almost like I kind of see my style in his, which is kind of crazy. But I'll link his video, because I feel like that kind of relates to this video in a sense. And plus I just watched it. I also watched lilDOVE. I don't know how to say his name. I apologize. I don't know if I'm butchering his name, but I know he was a Twitch streamer, very successful. I always heard good things about the guy. But he recently moved and took a exclusive contract with YouTube, making that shmoney. Twitch, if you want me to stay, give me that contract. Opportunity. But I remember seeing his I saw his Twitter video about him driving a purple car and then it exploding and being like, let's get in that red car. The same thing, but better. And I watched his video about why he left Twitch, and I'll put that video in the description if I remember. Which also relates to this in a way is, for him, he got both offers. YouTube was giving him more money, and something I didn't even know is that they in the contracts they say how much hours that you have to stream a month, which I didn't even know that was a thing, which is crazy to even hear about that. I don't think I ever heard anyone else talk about that. But a little summary of his video is, at one point he flipped a coin on stream, and he simply told YouTube, I'm sticking with Twitch. And if I'm correct, they offered him, they really wanted him. I think they offered him more money. I believe that's what he might have said. But what I know he did say is, they said they lowered the amount of hours for him to require to stream a month. And he was, surprised, and then he, of course, loved that offer more, and he went to Twitch, told him, I'm going with YouTube. What do you have to say? Do you have a counter offer? And then they just said, we wish you well in your future endeavors. Almost like WWE. It's crazy. Which, it's like they don't care. And it's sad. It's almost like as if, if I were to put in like an attribute, it seems like their endurance is going down. Like maybe 2-3 years ago, their endurance was like at a 9, a 10 out of 10. Right now, it feels like Twitch is at like a 5. At the sustainability of it. And that's coming from someone who has no financial gain from it, no success at all from it. Even though it's kind of all I want these days. But so this is, I'm gonna call this episode 0 of this docu-series of me documenting my Twitch streams, trying to be consistent. There's only 2 ways. There's 2 ways this can go. Is in my head is, or there's a handful of ways, but 2 ways in my head is, me personally, is I put in the effort that I know I'm able to do, and I know I have to do. Or I just continue this endless cycle and stay in purgatory and just procrastinate continuously. But on the flip side is, if I am putting forth all this dedication, and be consistent and try my best and actually put out quality content, I guess, and show you the stats, show you the hours I've been streaming, the games I've been streaming, clips from the streams of me trying my best and still having no success, I think that's where I quit Twitch. And I just put all my eggs in the YouTube basket. Even though in my heart I want to be successful on Twitch and I would love to be successful on YouTube. I want to be successful on both. My dream scenario is I'm a Twitch streamer that makes content for YouTube, not just a YouTuber, I guess. Even though in some ways I want to be more than that. You know, I don't want to just be just gaming. I have so many damn ideas, not only in gaming, stream wise, content wise, but like just in life. You know, I don't know if I've just been rambling. I don't know if I've said it here or said it before. Like, I want to write a book. Oh, I think I did. I did say that. I don't know how to end this video. I'm just kind of rambling. I wrote all these notes down and stuff, and I've only looked at like 1% of it. I want Twitch to succeed, but YouTube has 1,000% better discoverability. I want to be more than a gamer. I've been streaming on Twitch off and on, with just pockets of consistency for 7 years. I've been on YouTube for 10 years. 3 channels. And I'm only now putting in the work and consistency. And I feel like I've had more success on YouTube than Twitch. With probably 90% less content. I love Twitch, but in a weird way, even though I don't feel like I am deserving of all of this. I feel like Twitch hasn't loved me back. But, let me just put this book. This video is already longer than I wanted it to be. I was originally gonna react to a video in this. Perhaps that will be episode 1 when I put forth the work alongside it, perhaps. But if any of you got this far, watched this video in its entirety, if it was coherent at all, thank God. If it wasn't, I apologize. Go into the comments if you have any questions, please. Ask me some questions. Even your questions or your thoughts, your personal goals. Are you a YouTuber? Are you a Twitch streamer? Do you stream on Facebook? Did you stream on Mixer and go to YouTube and go to Twitch and struggle more on Twitch than you had on Mixer? Anything and everything. I hope some of you or anyone joins me for this ride. I'm gonna put in the work. I want to put in consistency. You know, hell, all I want for Christmas is to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because I feel like I've been in this fucking tunnel for 10 years, and I only remember seeing a glimmer at the beginning. Thanks for watching.